Hi friends. It's been a while. I have been on a bit of a hiatus unintentionally, I think. Much needed. I tend to do that. Tend to go into self. Um it's been a pattern of mine for a while, but now I'm trying to be more intentional about it, and while I go into self, not to completely cut myself off from everyone because it does feel lonely. It gets lonely. um, and then you start feeling like, oh, maybe people don't want to hear from me, or the whole downward spiral thing starts happening. But that's what happens in isolation quite a bit. But this time round, I made sure to reach out to people and keep my circle tight, and reach out to my circle, let them know that they were needed, and that's a pat on my back for myself, so that I recognize that I asked for help when I needed it. I didn't wait until I felt totally uh, disconnected and totally lost before asking, hey, I need a little reassurance. Hey, I need to know that people like me. Hey, I need to know that I'm loved. Um, I need a little reminder, because sometimes we don't feel it, and sometimes we don't acknowledge it because for whatever reason we're missing it in ourselves. We're missing that connection in ourselves. Um, Maybe we've been focusing. I know in my case, I've been focusing too much on a lot of things externally, on what things should look like and what I want things to look like, instead of accepting things for what they are and working with what I have and making the most of it and being grateful. Moving from a place of gratitude always for me leads to um, a place of lack, like a feeling of lack and dissatisfaction. And that's not okay. That's not how I want to live my life, because I recognize and know. And the truth is that we live a life of abundance, that we have unlimited resources and they're right at our fingertips. We just have to be creative and pay attention to what's ours and make use of it. But yeah, when you start focusing on what you want things to look like, an aesthetic, um, it can lead to that downward spiral. And that's what was happening. So I had to take a moment and pull away and remind myself of who I am and whose I am and why I'm here. Not just YouTube and Insta, but and Facebook, but why I am here in this realm, like why I exist. And it is simply to enjoy the life that I have. And that is it. There's nothing else required. Um, to be able to sustain the life that I have, yes, there's some work to do, but the purpose is simply to be and to enjoy. And when I come back to that center, it starts to, that spiral starts to come back up. There's always a spiral. You can either be spiraling up or spiraling down. So, um, yeah, I'm on an upward spiral now. So, you might be seeing a couple more videos and get back on track with that. Um, but yeah, so this is going into that holding space. I think I'm gonna start a couple more series. I think I spoke on it before, but yeah, look forward to that. I'm still doing the holding space because that is important. That's important for me. That's me holding space for myself, but as also for others who need to sit for a moment and reflect on some things, and maybe something I say resonates and um, sparks inner dialogue. So that's what holding space is for. But I have a couple of other things that I'm excited about. So I'm going to get started on that. But being mindful of uh, making sure I stay true uh, to stay true to my center, and making sure I don't try to fit in aesthetic, because that's the whole point of this, was to be uh, authentic and real, because so many of us are stuck in feeling like we have to look a certain way or behave a certain way or be a certain way, and that's not true. We just have to be, and that is not only enough, that is what is desired, just to be. um so I'm working on that, and me being me with my crow's feet and circles and dark circles and bags under my eyes, and my lips are a little dry. um so I'm sitting here picking myself apart, but I really don't care that much. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on here showing you all of it. But this is me. I walk in daily life like this. So why can't I be on camera like this? Why do I have to pretend that I have everything together to be able to say what I need to say? It doesn't make any sense. Who would you rather hear from? Someone who pretends to have all their stuff together, or someone who admits they're struggling, and but they're still finding joy in the struggle? I I know, me personally, I respect the person admitting their struggle um, more than the person pretending to have it all together. So here we are, holding space for all of our imperfections and all of our uncertainty and all of our struggle. We hold space for that. And we also hold space for, not hold space, we're a container of joy. We hold space for the struggle, but we contain joy. We contain love and effortless beauty for ourselves. And when we fill that up, that container up, when we fill that up, that overflow pours out into the rest of the world. So that's what I'm working on. All right, friends. It's been great. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to some new things, or some more things. All right, you guys take care of each other. Love you.